morning guys, how are you? Are you ready? It is the Daily Hoop and Chat and I'm joined by the Chihuahuas. If I move, you're going to see, look, I found a little sun patch, so I'm going to have to hoop around the Chihuahuas. Can you see them? Yeah, they're loving it. So the Chihuahuas are going to join us for the Hoop and Chat today. Let me just lift it up, get the timer on, and let's go. I hope you are ready for today. It's alright guys, Mummy won't donk you. I've got lots of clothes on and I've also got slippers on, so I look real weird, just bear with me. Right, you ready? Put your hoop on your lower back, halfway round. Hold your hoop exactly halfway round. I'm going to take my right leg in front, Lois, no. My dog Lois is trying to nick my resistance band. And I'm going to just push. There we go, forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. I know it looks a bit weird, I've got so many clothes on, but guys, I am so cold. It's beautiful out there today. Beautiful and sunny. You can see the sun patch on the floor with the dog sitting in it. But indoor, I'm freezing, freezing. Started off this morning, I was down the park at 7 AM and I've kept my thermals on since then. It's what now, 20 past 11. So, Lois, no. Lulu, no. Sorry, it's like hoop and chat with Emma and tell off the Chihuahuas. Yeah, so I've got thermal leggings on, thermal top, another thermal top underneath and another top. I know that is abnormal, by the way. If you're thinking, God, it's not like -10 or anything. I'll tell you what it is. So with like perimenopause, menopause, your hormones going up and down and all that sort of thing, most people think about hot flashes, don't they? But you can also get cold chills. So like now, don't get me wrong, I've always been a little bit like that. When I'm cold, I'm really cold. But like now, when I get cold, I am cold, really cold. So I'm having to hoop with you today, wearing 10,000 layers. So let's have a talk. So there was a big discussion I was having today with my fitness friends about hormones. And it was one of those things that's like, can you heal your hormones? Can you naturally balance out your hormones? Right, and the answer is, it's a bit of a difficult one. The short answer is, no, you cannot just balance your hormones naturally. That's the short answer, okay? Because things like estrogen, progesterone, when they're peaking and dipping and declining, you can't actually balance them out you just can't. But what you can do is massively support your health and wellness. So when people go on things like HRT, now don't go on, I am on it, I'm on HRT. I never thought I would, but I am. And for me, it's been a massive help. But for just your normal person, if you just go on HRT, yeah, of course, that is going to help because it's going to give you back the hormones that are declining. Yeah, it's going to put them back into your body. But what it isn't going to do is get you healthier and fitter, work on your sleep, help lower your stress. It's not. What it's going to do is it's going to help you get more balanced out with your actual hormones. So when you do your health and fitness, that's underpinning your health, isn't it? So HRT isn't going to make you have stronger muscles. Yeah, it obviously might help you with things like osteoporosis and stuff because obviously you're getting the hormones you need, so you're not going to have that massive decline in your bone health, yeah? But what about your muscles? What about your cardio health? What about all of that? So this is where, if you're taking your HRT or doing whatever else you can to get your hormone health back on track, you've got to work on your sleep. You've got to work on your hydration. Yeah, you've got to work on your stress reduction. You should be exercising, girls, not just because we're only ever worried about weight and fat loss. It's more than that. Exercise is so much more than that. It really is. You know, you want to, obviously we want to look fit and healthy, but we want to have a long, fabulous life, don't we? Yeah, we want to be fit and healthy and mobile for life. We don't want to be 80-year-olds or 70-year-olds or even 60-year-olds sat in a chair that can't flipping move. You know, you can't get anywhere, you can't get on and off the loo, you can't walk to the shops, you can't do anything without fear of falling over. You know, I know this sounds silly, but it is such a big deal. Exercise is so much more than just what you look like. You know, obviously looking fit and healthy is fabulous, I'm not going to lie, of course it is. Who doesn't want that? But you know, it's about working those muscles, keeping those muscles working that are going to help pull on the bones. You're going to make your bones stronger. You're going to keep your joints healthy and mobile. Oh man, there's just so much more to exercise than just just what you look like. It really is. So when we're talking about hormonal health, and I was thinking about this, when I go on about MenoFit, the course that I do, it's not just for perimenopausal and menopausal women, you know. And bearing in mind 50% of the female population in the world is currently peri or menopausal. That's 50%. But like I've told you guys, I started being perimenopausal at 34. So you're finding people in their 30s, 40s, 50s. So when I talk about MenoFit, the course that I do, the women's wellness course, it doesn't matter what age you are. You know, if you are already perimenopausal or menopausal and you're not really looking after yourself with your health and your nutrition and that, then obviously it's absolutely ideal. But do you know what's even better? If you start before you need to. So, you know, starting earlier, so you're ready, so you're fit for your perimenopause and menopause. So you go into it a little bit smoother, it might not hit you like a ton of bricks. You know, so when I talk about MenoFit, it isn't just for my women of, say, you know, 40 plus, 50 plus, it's not. It's a women's wellness course that is perfect for all of us, no matter what your age. And women's health does differ quite greatly from men's health, you know. I know health is health, but the way we are a mixture of our hormones, our needs. For example, intermittent fasting can work really, really, really well, but for some women, you need to do a shorter intermittent fast, not the standard longer one, because of your blood sugar levels, your hormone levels. You don't want to raise your cortisol levels, which will go in turn lead to more midsection weight gain. You know, there's so much more. We're fascinating creatures, women, we really are. So, you know, what might work, say you've got a husband that and he goes, oh yeah, do this, or the bloke down the gym that's telling you to try this bodybuilding diet, etc. There'll be elements of it that might work for you, but the whole thing as a package might not. So you need a little bit more. And that's where the women's wellness courses come in that I run, whether it's holistic health, whether it's, you know, whatever it's called, it's a women's wellness course. I do specialise in MenoFit because I just absolutely love it, but it's just great for any female of any age. And I just really wish with all my heart I'd known all the stuff I know now when I was probably in my late 20s and early 30s. I so do, because it would have made my transition through the different periods of your life, for example, perimenopause and menopause, so much better, so much bloody easier. You know, and it's one of those things I don't think we really get serious about our health until we do start getting a bit older. We take things for granted, don't we, when we're younger? Definitely. And I can't believe I'm a 52-year-old woman now standing and saying all this. Honestly, it's just gone like that, so fast. Right, how long have we been hooping? Oh my God, 7 minutes. See what happens when I get onto the subject I'm passionate about? Right, I'm going to catch my hoop, change the other side. Now, normally, if you can't catch your hoop, guys, you just put your legs and let it drop down. Now, obviously, I'm not going to demo that because I don't know if you can see the floor, but 4 of my little chihuahuas are all here in a sun patch. So, I don't want to do that. Can you see how much they trust me? Look, I'm hooping over and they're not even scared. Look at that. Oh, here comes another one. Anyway, so let me just go back to hooping quickly. Hooper loopers. Lots of you have just got your new hoops. And those of you who got your hoops before, I'm sorry I didn't get your discount code sooner. I've been trying for ages, but anyway, I've got a discount code now. Oh, Romeo, don't be nasty. I've got a discount code now to get you 10% off. So if anybody wants that, give us a shout. I'll sort you that out so you can get a link to these. I'm not sponsored by Power Hoop or anything. I just really like using them. I think they're a great bit of equipment that you can sort of use anywhere. And remember, your core is your powerhouse. Your centre is your powerhouse. Most of us think about our core muscles because we want flatter tummies, we want more nipped in waists. Some of you kind of want visible abs. I will just tell you now, it is pretty hard for most women to get visible abs. Some people can, some people with a hell of a lot of work, and maintaining them is pretty damn difficult. But we can all get a stronger core, yes. We can all have a flatter tummy and more nipped in waist and a protected back, definitely. So your core is your powerhouse, and you need to do work to strengthen that. When you run, you walk, you sit, you stand, everything all comes from your core muscles. So it's really, really important. And I'm going to take this right back to children for you, give you some examples. So when I used to work in a school, I worked in a school for about 10 years, I started off doing like little dinner lady stuff in between my classes because my kids were at school. Then I went on to be a TA, and then I went into specialising, doing sort of one-to-one and small groups, etc. with the children. Something else I did was something called BEAM, and it's called Balance, Education and Movement. And it was something that was found by physios and stuff, that a lot of children, little ones, when they first went to school, got labelled as being the naughty children, the ones that can't sit still, short attention spans and stuff like that. And do you know what? It actually was found out that a high proportion of those children actually didn't have a lot of pelvic stability or core strength. So you know when you put your babies on the floor and they're learning, and they look like they're doing crunches when they first learning to sit up or roll over. Do you remember? Do you know what I mean? They look like they're doing proper ab workouts. So a lot of babies or young children that don't get that floor time or that mat time, you know, laying flat on the floor, where they learn to develop and roll over and stuff, a lot of children that don't get that, that are more in those little car seats all the times and stuff like that, or in their bouncy chairs all the time, what happens is their core strength and their pelvic stability doesn't develop quite as well, or it develops a lot later than the children that had like tummy time, floor time, etc. Does that make sense? So what was happening is when they suddenly went to school in year R and were expected to sit on their mats, on the carpet and listen to the teacher or have story time, the children couldn't do it. They couldn't concentrate because they didn't actually have the strength through their pelvis and through their core muscles to help them sit up. Yeah, so if you think right from babies learning and getting stronger, yeah, and then you think as adults age, what quite happens is, have you had a look, and this is a really awful thing to say, but if you look at a lot of older people, not all, because we're definitely getting better, because I mean I'm an older person now too, a lot of them, they're a bit more hunched over, their posture's gone a bit, there's normally a bit of a bigger belly, you know, all that sort of thing. When people sort of talk about, oh yeah, midlife people and midsection weight gain and all that, yeah? You basically stop using your core muscles so much, and then you find your mobility goes downhill, people start struggling to get in and out of chairs, falling over is a lot more common, stuff like that. So if you think it almost goes full circle. So we need to keep using our core muscles. So when I'm hooping, it's another way of waking up my core. Now I do not mean lay on the floor and do crunches every day. It's not functional, is it? When you're laying on the floor, it doesn't matter, does it? You're there already. It's about being able to move more all the time. So the hoop is another fabulous way of engaging my core muscles. And the other thing I'm doing to help you is I'm just keeping an eye on the time, yeah, nearly done. The other thing I'm doing is a core and more challenge the whole way through April. Now everything that I'm doing, well, even if I'm doing like bicep curls, I am always working my core at the same time. Whether I'm walking, I've got my core muscles engaged. You know, when I'm sitting, standing, getting on off the loo, if you're doing what I'm asking you to do and drinking loads of water, you'll be peeing for England. Every time you get on and off that loo, it's an opportunity to use your core muscles. So, if you want to come and join me for Core and More, the challenge all the way through April, it's actually a free challenge. It's still a freebie. So if you want to come and join me, let me know. You'll see on socials little clips of my Core and More. You'll see it on those short form reels, but in the actual group that I run, I give lots of options because not everything's all right for everybody. I get messages on those reels and people going, well, I can't do that because I've got bad knees, or I can't do that because I've got bad wrists. I'm like, well, if you come and join the daily challenge, I'll give you about 5 options. In a 30-second reel, can't really do that. So come and join me and I will coach you. I think that's it. Sorry that I've chewed your ears off for ages, guys, but you can hear I'm very, very passionate. I love my job. I absolutely do. You know, I've been doing this since I was 18 years old. I'm now 52. Do the maths. It's, you know, it's a long time. I've done this through having 2 children. I've done this through being very, very poorly and having low-risk chemo in between my kids. You know, there's so many different things that I've experienced and I'm still here. You know, as I said, perimenopausal from age 34, 10 years of perimenopausal hell, absolute bloody nightmare. Thought I was nearly gave up my job at that point. So yeah, there's most things that you girls are probably going to experience at some point that I'm here to support you through. So if you would like to come work with me, come and work with me. I would love to work with you. Boys as well. I can see Lee's talking there that he's under his palm trees. All right, show off pants. So here I am wearing all my thermals, and he's in Thailand, nice and hot. Good for you. But you'll soon be here freezing your butt off too. But yeah, seriously guys, if you want any help, you want to come and work with me, I would love you to. There's something for everyone. It's from the free daily challenge. Like I said, it's free. You could come and do classes with me online. If you live near me, you could come and do face-to-face. You could join MenoFit. You could do personal training. There's so many different ways. And one thing I will say is if you ever do pick me to work with, you are going to have someone who's definitely got your back. And I'm not going to try and give you anything stupid for a quick fix. I could be a right evil cow and I could give you a really intense program for 4 weeks. You could get results and then you could never do anything again. You wouldn't keep those results. What's the point? There's no flipping point. I'm all about health and fitness for life, about healthy habits and healthy behaviours, not a short-term fix. You know, we can all stand there doing, oh, look at me, look at this. Can you maintain that? It's all very well, you know, just you do something for 6 weeks, 8 weeks, 4 weeks, feel fabulous, which is good, but it's no good if you don't maintain it. You've got to maintain it. It's got to be healthy and fit for life. And weight loss and fat loss, again, no short-term stupid restrictive diets. Honestly, it's a load of old poop. It might work short-term, but it won't work long-term. So if you want healthy habits, you want simple, no-nonsense nutrition for life, come and join me. I've got your back. So, Insta crew, talk to you soon. See you later. Bye, guys. And then my little Facebook crew, you still there? You good? I know that was a bit heavy. I got quite into that this morning, didn't I? But it's because I'm passionate about what I do. And like I say, if you do come and work with me, whether it's a free daily challenge, whether it's a full-on women's wellness course, you know I'm going to find a way of helping every single one of you. I think it's a little bit of my personality. I've got that thing where I want to save everyone and help everybody. But that's not a bad thing. It can be, but it's not a bad thing in my business. So come and join me and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.